Fylde Flips.
Hi, thank you for joining me. In this one, we're going to be having a look at 16 items I've sold over the weekend, and there's not a ceramic in sight. This is all smaller items, easy to kind of package items that I should be able to kind of get packaged up pretty quickly and move on to some other stuff. I've got a couple of things I want to mention in this video. The main thing being why my videos have been like a bit sporadic over the last few weeks. I mean, I usually have a little bit of a break over Christmas anyway, but I've had a few more weeks off recently than usual, shall we say. So there's a reason for that, and I'll get into that in a minute. And there's also something that's quite exciting going forward for the rest of the year. It should change things up a little bit, how I do reselling. I'll show you what I mean a bit later on in the video. But first, let's start picking these items. I've got 16 things, and the majority of them are up here in these boxes. So let's go. First up is this Darth Vader bulb bot, $9.99 plus postage on this. Got this in a big bundle of similar items, including a load of Lego alarm clocks and lights and stuff. A couple of years ago now, most of it went ages ago, but still got a few bits that are kind of still here. So in box S. I have the equivalent of about £1 or £2 into this. There it is. Next is a pair of Tasmanian Devil ties, £5 plus postage, not a lot. I got a big bundle of ties ages ago. I think these are from that. I might have picked them up at a different time. I'm not 100% to be honest. But I don't really pick up ties very often anymore, unless they're like really good brands. I just thought these were kind of cool looking. Here we have a Lilo and Stitch plush. I think it was some kind of Flash cleaning products promotion. $21.99 plus postage. I think this was from a charity shop, this one, so probably like a 50p or £1 or something like that. It wouldn't have been a lot. It's not a very big one. Just like that. Yeah, it's kind of cool, isn't it? Look, there we go. Flash. Here is a set of Bang on the Door invitations. They are kind of vintage, yeah, 2001. And I got these, I think, when I bought all those McDonald's toys last year. I think these were just randomly in. I had a few like random bits in there, and I'm quite sure that these are in with it. But so $9.99 plus postage, and they're in box G. So very, very little into these, if anything, really. I mean, it's all pure profit at this point. Next we have this pomegranate brand jigsaw, went for $13.99 plus postage. It's brand new sealed. Some of these pomegranate ones I've had before have done quite well. This one, not so much, at $13.99 plus postage. Couldn't tell you where I got this one from. I try not to pay more than like £3 or £4, even if they're brand new sealed for jigsaws, unless there's something really unique about them, which there isn't really on this one. I thought it was up here. 1 second, it might be behind these. There it is, got it in the end. It was right back in that corner. Next is these pencil sharpeners. These went for $29.99 plus postage, which was the full asking price. And these are older ones than I think the other ones I've mentioned before in a few videos. I sold a load over to somebody in Italy. These were pre that. These are going back probably a couple of years since I picked these up now. So I can't remember exactly how much I paid for them, but I've never paid a lot for these pencil sharpeners. These are the brand Play Me, which I think is a decent brand. Yeah, you can see there the brand. Often these are just unbranded, but these ones, you know, properly branded. These, I'm hoping they are in I. I've just written down in my little book Pencil sharpeners, aye, but that could mean anything because I've had loads of different ones, so I really hope they are in here. Yep, they are in here, and they're bigger than I thought, quite heavy as well. You can see they're definitely better quality than, you know, some of the smaller ones I've had before. Yeah, $29.99 plus postage on them. Next is this. I got $7.99 plus postage for this. I've had this a few times now. It's from a Loot Crate, and yeah, not a lot of money, but look at him, little face hugger. How could you not want this guy? I'm surprised he's not worth more. But often these Loot Crate things, there's loads of them out there. Should be in box A. Don't know why it's not in with the cuddly toys, but there you go. I'll put box A. Yep, there he is. Whoa. So as I said before, I usually take a break over Christmas anyway. I've been doing something called the 496 challenge. Now, most people will not know what that is, so I'll briefly explain. Basically, it's a running challenge, and it's running every single day in January. And you start off at 1 kilometre on the 1st of the month, 2 kilometres on the 2nd, 3 kilometres on the 3rd, and all the way up to 31 kilometres on the 31st. Now, to begin with, you know, time-wise and everything, it wasn't too bad. But as time's gone on, I've had less and less and less and less time. I'm not going to say, you know, much about it because I've actually done a video about it, which will, when this video comes out, it will be up on my other channel, Adventure Aspin. So go over there and check it out. I wanted to challenge myself this January in, you know, a physical way. And this was kind of a bit extreme, to be honest. Most people do like couch to 5k or maybe like 5k a day, something like that. But this is, yeah, just to put it into some kind of context, the last 3 days of this challenge is just over 2 marathon distances in 3 days. And that's after all the stuff that comes before it. You know, there is no let up. It's relentless. Every day. I used to run a bit, but I definitely wouldn't call myself a runner, far from it. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to kind of like spoil too much. Let's just say that there were ups, or that there have been, and there still are ups and downs, and it's not been quite plain sailing the whole way through. So you'll have to go over and see what you think. Adventure Aspin, my other channel, go watch that video. It helps me out a lot because I don't get much kind of traffic over there, and I always put like, it's probably because I put a lot of random stuff out over there. I don't know, I just enjoy making videos. So if I come up with some kind of idea and I think that might be interesting to somebody, I just kind of do it. Sometimes, yeah, it kind of works, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, so that's kind of that's what's been taking up most of my time. But yeah, there's something else as well, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. Well, it's something I need to kind of show you, really. So something outside that I need to show you. But that will be once we've picked everything else. For now, let's carry on picking. Got a few more things to pick. I think there's a couple of things maybe in the shed. And that's it. And then it should be a fairly quick day of packaging today, I think, which is good. Usually I've always got some kind of ceramics going on, but not one. No ceramics, no glassware, no like figurines or nothing like crazy big, just all just little items. Next is this Disney World baseball, $29.99 plus postage. If anybody remembers, it was a day where I went to a boot sale and somebody was asking like 10 quid for one, and I was like, no, I'm all right. And then I went to another boot sale on the same day, and they were only after, I think, £2 for it. And that was this. And it turned out to be a good one. Not all these baseballs are worth that much. I've had a few before, and this is the best one I've had, I think, $29.99 plus postage. And it should be in box Q. Yeah, some of my boxes are looking, they've had this in better days. They're all starting to kind of break a bit now. Need to upgrade some of them. The prices of the plastic boxes has come right down recently. Don't know if anybody else has noticed that. So now might be a good time to upgrade. like places like B&M Bargains, those kind of places are selling them. Also, this is a different set I've got, look, where I've got an American football, a baseball, and something else in there. But I think I've not even got them up as high as this one baseball, which had other people who had sold it for pretty good money. Turns out it's not in here, it's in box A. I've written it down separately. I think I will have just gone sell similar on the listing of the other ones, and then I've not forgot to change the SKU or remove the SKU. So that's how this has happened. It's down there. I've just been in box A. Anyway, I'll go and grab it now. There it is. And also, forgot about these. I sold these as well. Lego Chima minifigure bundle. Just in there. Got these from a boot sale. Got a load of Lego from one guy who was selling all sorts of stuff. I think he'd like cleared a shop from Morecambe or something like that. I think if I remember right. And I bought quite a lot of stuff from him. A Toy Story set and some rare Lego dinosaurs and other bits as well. These were all together with I think some key rings which I've already sold. Anyway, $17.99 plus postage. That's not too bad on them. Next is this vintage golf St Andrews scorecard holder. Still sealed. I got this as part of a big golf bundle. I got a load of golf balls, some golf tees, balls and everything all went. Everything went apart from this. I was obviously after a little bit more on this, $29.99 plus postage. It was kind of rare. Couldn't really find anything else like this out there. So I thought I'd aim high and held out. Should be in here. I always go on about these cake tin liners, don't I? So that's everything I've got left now. Yeah, I reckon there's still about 100 left, I reckon. There it is, still sealed. Proper vintage. Next is this Hot Wheels monster truck, $15.99 plus postage on this. This is kind of a rarer one. I've actually had this one though fairly recently, so I knew there was a little bit of money in it when I saw it. It was actually in a little bag of toys from, I think it was British Heart Foundation. It was like, usually those bags of toys, there's rarely anything good in them, but I got a few good bits on that particular day somewhere in St Anne's, and yeah, backwards Bob. This had issues. It was a little bit kind of worn, and the axles underneath, always check the axles that they're not rusty. I mean, even if they are rusty, they might still be worth picking it up, but sometimes they're bent, and if you kind of roll it along, the wheels kind of go up and down a little bit. That's what this one was like, but still bought it. Still, you know, I'll show you now what I mean. But it's kind of like that. A couple of items which I'll grab in a second. They're behind me, like buried in the corner, so I'll grab them in a sec. This went for $9.99 plus postage, and these went for just £5 plus postage. So there's the Skylander. I also picked these out while I was down there. Got 3 annuals there, $6.99 plus postage, not a lot on them. Didn't pay a lot for them. And the McDonald's toys, I think, are in a box. We listed a few before we listed like the whole bulk of them. We listed a few first, and they went in a box, but I can't think which box they went in. I think Claire has it on her phone. She's not here at the moment to ask, so I'll grab them later. Last item today is this pair of combs. Got $3.99 plus postage on these. Yeah, I think that's the last ones of those two. Like the little kind of Hawaiian pair. Still got some of this guy, but none of hers. So last set of these. So I mean, some of them have been selling all right, kind of, but I've got loads of them, and so I'm into the profit on them. So whenever I sell them now, I'm making, you know, pure profit if you like, after fees and postage and everything, obviously. So I'm going to grab some boxes from up here and I'm going to get this stuff packaged up. So earlier on I mentioned that there was something else that was new, and check it out, it is this. So I'm going to give you a quick look at it now. I'm not going to go into like great detail because this is not that kind of video, but in short, we basically were given this by my father-in-law. Yes, we are incredibly lucky. He's an ex-mechanic and he's been working on this for a couple of years in his spare time, like doing it all up inside, making it really cool. It's originally just a regular van and it's now a proper camper van inside. Everything is kitted out, ready to go. He's gone and bought something bigger and he very kindly asked, do we want it? And we obviously said yes. So it's not only the fact it's a camper van, which is great, but also it's a van, right? It's still a van and I can use it for reselling. So let's give you a quick look. As I say, I'm not going to go into kind of great detail here, but let's have a look at it from the outside. There we go, it's got everything you would expect. This folds down into a bed. It comfortably sleeps two. And then once the awning's up, that will sleep another two people as well in the awning. We're going to try and put that up in a minute. We've got a hob there and a sink. And the gas and the water and stuff is down there. We've got a fridge. We've got switches for various things. We've got loads of like lights and stuff up here. So we've got these lights that you can turn on when it's not plugged into the mains or anything, and then we've got like proper lights kind of in these cupboards and other places. And there's even a TV. We've got like an aerial, we can hook it all up. This seat here swivels round, which is very handy. We've already bought ourselves a sleeping bag, big double sleeping bag, couple of little ones for the kids, and we've got a few little bits like this. We need to get a kettle. There's lots of things we need to get. There's a lot of storage as well under here. There's all storage up here. We could make them into like little shelving units for food or something, I'm not sure. There's a load of storage in here as well. Yeah, he's done a great job. He's like redone all the kind of fabric material and everything. Got a solar panel up on top as well. So he's an ex-mechanic, my father-in-law John. He knows his stuff, and he's done so much work on this. I'll be really interested to see what he does with his new larger van, because at the moment that needs like a lot of work doing to it, I think. So just in the process of putting this up for the first time. Done the tricky bits, I think. Now we just need to pump it up. We're not going to go and tie everything down as it should be right now. We just wanted to kind of get an idea of what is required. As you can see, it's nice and big in here. You can get like another piece that kind of attaches to here, or you can get like a smaller kind of tent that serves as a bedroom inside. I'm not quite sure about this whole tunnel situation. How this is, obviously this is all baggy and stuff. I know there's these to kind of tie it down. I'm not quite sure if we've got this fully in position correctly, but for now we just wanted to give it an initial go. We're still going anyway. We're still trying to make it all a bit more kind of airtight, I guess. It's great because I can now go to places a bit further afield and I can sleep over. Places like Bridlington, that's over on the east coast of England. It's about a 3.5 hour drive, I think, to drive from Blackpool all the way over there, which is achievable there and back in a day, but it's not really something you want to be doing like on a regular basis. The better option is to take something like this and just camp over somewhere. There's lots of places out there you can you can camp for free or, you know, for a small amount. There's a few apps out there you can get, and it tells you like all the places you can go and stay. And you can't just stay anywhere, not in England, so you've got to kind of make sure you're staying somewhere you're allowed to. Apparently, like a lot of pubs out there, if you are going to go and get a meal there or some drinks, a lot of them will let you stay on their car park as long as you ask them in advance. We're quite new to all this, so yeah, at this stage not sure. We've only just recently got it, and we've only been out in it. In fact, this is the second time we've driven it at all, and we thought we'd come here somewhere where we can get the awning out, because you need grass to get the awning out. So there you go. So that's something else we've been up to. This, the running, and just general life really. But the videos should get a bit more routine going forward once I get back into the rhythm of things. But yeah, you'll be seeing this a little bit. I'm not going to, you know, be taking this everywhere I go. It's going to be more about if I'm going, you know, some places a bit further afield, I might take this along. And obviously as a family, we're going to be taking it places and staying over here and there. So it's 2 or 3 weeks later now, and I've just finished editing my running video over on my other channel, Adventure Aspin. So please do go over there and check it out if you could. That would be much appreciated. I'm in the camper van right now, and not much has changed in here really. We have bought a few kind of extra things. We've got a kettle and like a pan set up there, and we've got some like tea, coffee, sugar storage jars, and a few other bits like these lights up here are new. Quick shout out to Rick from Rick's Retro Toy Hunting. Go check out his YouTube channel. He did a competition at the end of last year which I ended up winning, and it was for a really cool looking Iron Maiden figurine, which I ended up giving to my brother-in-law for Christmas, which he very much appreciated. He loves Iron Maiden, my brother-in-law, so it had to go to him. Had a good resale value on it, I think 50-60 quid, something like that. But you know, it's Iron Maiden. It's just like if anybody came across anything Foo Fighters or Bone Thugs and Harmony related, I would hope that they would pass it on to me as well. So yeah, cheers mate for that. I have actually recorded this previously and was going to put it in a video at the end of last year, but I don't know what happened to that footage. It disappeared. I did a little bit to camera with the actual figurine, and I cannot find that footage. So we're just around the corner from boot sale season, and there's lots on the horizon. A few of them in my area have already started, and I have considered going to them, but I've still got a little bit of a backlog of stock which I'm clearing. So I've been alright for stock, still finding good stuff in the charity shops as well. It takes a bit more digging these days than it used to, but the stuff's still out there. If you go often enough, you can find some good stuff still. So yeah, I don't really need to go to boot sales, but I'm going to start going in a week or two's time. A lot of the ones local to me are beginning as well, as long as the weather stays half decent. I say stays half decent, it's been rubbish, hasn't it? It has up here. I hope for a dry spell, because everywhere is still flooded. If you go and watch my video on my other channel, Adventure Aspin, my running video, then you will see what I mean about how bad the weather has been in my area recently. Like the flooding everywhere. Like everywhere I went running, like it was just blocked off by massive like floods basically. I was having to go like weird routes and just stick to the roads and stuff most of the time. So I've got some boot sale videos coming soon. I've got a few other things coming before that as well. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you watching this one. I know it's a bit kind of a bit random, this one. Bit of this, bit of that. A lot of people like that, I know. So but I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you could. And I'll see you in the next one. In this video I am attempting the iconic 496 challenge created by the ultra endurance athlete Sean Conway. The premise is simple. It's a month-long challenge where you run 1 kilometre on the first day, 2 on the second, 3 on the third, all the way up to 31 kilometres on the 31st day. I am fairly new to running, so this should be interesting. I'm doing this challenge on a complete whim. My family and I were out on New Year's Day for a little walk, and my partner just happened to mention this challenge to me. I'd never heard of it before, and I thought, you know what, let's do it, let's give this a go. So right there and then I ran my first kilometre of the challenge. So this is my attempt at 11.7 marathons in 31 days. Let's begin on day 2.